Hi everybody, it's your girl Miss A, and I'm coming to you live. It's about, I'd say 9:30, 2100 here, Hawaii time. Been on the plastic surgery Facebook chats all day and wanted to address a couple of issues that I've been seeing throughout the group chat as far as the recovery process and what to expect. So I know I've made a couple of comments. I've had 2 rounds, so at this point I consider myself a vet. So I just wanted to share some insight with some of you all that may be experiencing some of these things and what to do about it. So we're going to talk about the post-op recovery process. So I had a lipo 360 procedure done with inner thigh lipo. I had that December the 14th of 2018, which was this past December. So that was my second round. My first round I had back in 2014 of December, and that was a tummy tuck, but I didn't have any lipo with it. It was a general surgeon that did that round, and he just did not have the equipment to do the lipo. So last December, I just went ahead and got the lipo 360 and then got inner thigh lipo. So a couple of things that I want to address. So first, let's address this one issue. Okay, your expectations with these surgeries have to be realistic. These surgeries, they are life-changing, but nothing is magical, okay? Like, the human body is a very complex machine. I know people want to give the surgeon their wish picks and stuff like that, but the reality of the situation is that you have to have a good foundation in order to achieve the results that you want. And those results can take some time. You're not going to come off the table looking like your wish pick. There is a process of recovery that your body is going through, and it can take 6 months to a year to get your optimum results. So my suggestion would be, if you're going to go through this process, have some realistic expectations as far as your results. Like, I see a lot of dolls losing a lot of weight to make the BMI requirements, but just to give you a disclosure with that, like, the smaller you are, the better your results are going to be. So if you're having to lose weight just to fit the BMI requirements for the particular surgeon, I feel like you're already kind of like at a disadvantage. And like, people might give me some flack or whatever for saying that, but you really have to be realistic about the results that you want, okay? So I mean, I'm going to start with that. And, you know, these procedures or these surgeries are not magical. Like, yes, you might be getting the fat sucked out of certain areas. Excuse me. But after your recovery process, you're still going to have to change your diet and exercise. Because when you gain weight, all that's going to happen is that weight is going to go to other areas of your body. Because as we know, like, you can suck fat cells out, but the fat cells that remain can still like get bigger. And what will happen is that fat will go to other places of in your body. So, you know, your abs might be flat, but the fat might go to your arms or to your hips or wherever. Okay? So, if you have not gotten a handle on your diet or maintaining your weight and expect the surgery to do it, then already you have some unrealistic expectations as far as your results. So it's very important that during the recovery process that you change your way of eating, and when you're able to start exercising, that you implement an exercise program into your everyday habit. I'm in the military, so fortunately for me, I get paid to work out. So I'm always in the gym. I'm always doing some type of cardio. As long as you're up and doing something, like, it doesn't have to be extravagant, but you do need to have a type of calorie deficit, and you need to be exercising on a daily basis. So a lot of people don't talk about that. They just think that the procedure is some type of magic procedure that you will never have to work out again. And I'm telling you, that's a lie. Okay. So you don't want to spend thousands of dollars to get snatched, but the fat go to other places. I know nobody ever wants to talk about it, so I'm talking about it now. All right. So let's go on to the swelling. Okay, so week 2 and 3 after your procedure, you're going to start to look worse before you look better, okay? Like your body is going to swell. The liposuction process in general is very traumatizing to your body. Basically, they're injecting your body with the fluid that kind of like liquefies the fat. Then they go in with the cannula and poke the fat, kind of jostle the fat around, and then they suck it out. That is very traumatic to your body. So the places where the fat is sucked out, it gets replaced by fluid. So that is going to cause all your tissues and stuff to swell. So that's why it's very important for you to compress during that time. It's going to look bad. You're going to be bruised up. You basically are going to feel bad for a little bit. So don't judge your swelling and think that that's going to be your final results, because that's your body just healing. Again, people talk about swelling and stuff, but if you've never been through it, then you don't know how it feels when you're going through it. Because, I mean, you're going to have some good days, you're going to have some bad days. That's why, really, like, when people have these type of procedures, it's good to kind of, like, be in a good place psychologically, because your mind can kind of play some tricks on you when you're going through this recovery procedure and you see your body kind of like going through the different stages of healing. You might, and I found myself experiencing moments where I thought I was kind of like botched, but it was like really my body's healing and, you know, my body's swelling, and I just had to give it time and I had to trust the process. I had to follow the post-op instructions. I had to get my massages like I was supposed to post-op. Even when I left Miami, I was fortunate enough to find somebody to do post-op lymphatic massages, okay? I see a lot of you all trying to take the cheap way out of it and try to like skip those massages. You're going to be wasting your money, okay? Like, it's already like expensive enough for you to pay this for this procedure, and like I'm not understanding why like people are like trying to skip corners when it comes to like the recovery process, because the recovery process is more extensive than the procedure itself. So if you're not willing to pay the money to get these post-op lymphatic massages, and you want to get your man or whoever to get a rolling pin thinking that that's going to be, or that's going to give you the same results, then you're already at a disadvantage, and you're just going to be able to, or have to stick with the results that you have. Like, why do the procedure if you're not going to go do the proper recovery methods and cut corners? So keep that in mind when you're scheduling these procedures. Post-op care can be pretty expensive. I know for my massages, I paid like $90 per massage back where I lived. So like if you're struggling and you know that you're not going to be able to afford those massages, I simply just wouldn't have the procedure done. Like I said, you're going to be wasting your money getting a procedure done and not being able to maintain or, you know, do the proper procedures when recovering. And you're just not going to get the optimum results, and then you're going to be mad. I already talked about maintaining your weight and exercise. I started doing light cardio about 8 weeks post-op. Okay, I started lightly walking. Now, you know, I'm 5 months plus post-op, so I'm running and I'm lifting weights and I'm doing everything that I need to do to kind of like keep myself toned and kind of like, you know, try to like prevent myself from gaining the weight back or whatever. Because like I said before, like you can gain the weight back, it will just go to other places on your body. So be cognizant of that. I talked about not cutting corners. So I did a previous video on compression, okay, post-op compression. There's a lot of new research and stuff that's coming out concerning post-op compression. I know there's a lot of questions on when you should stop compressing. I know I'm 5 months post-op, and I still get occasional swelling. I still wear my faja. I don't wear it 24/7, but during the day, I still wear it to kind of keep myself compressed, because I do, lead an active lifestyle. I'm in the military, so I'm always on the move, and I'm always moving around during the day. So, I'm going to like compress, but I still experience swelling. Like, I get swelling around the navel area and the lower back at night. So, people have their different theories about how long you should compress or how long you should stay in the faja. At this point at night, I do wear a, I might not wear a faja at night, but I'll wear like kind of like a little waist compression thing, just because I know like I swell around the belly area. But a lot of that is fibrosis from the lipo burns I got. So, and that's another video in another discussion. So, so that's all I wanted to talk to you all about. The recovery process can be daunting. Definitely reach out to me if you need support. But I would just suggest that your results be realistic. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. You definitely want to continue taking your supplements afterwards, because I was one of those people that had a hemo that went like all the way down after my procedure, and I ended up having to get 2 units of blood transfused. So, when they suck out the fat, they suck out blood too. And I had like a 12.3 hemo prior to surgery. So, that's one of those things. You want to continue to take your supplements. Arnica gel really works. Arnica tea will kind of take the edge off of your pain. And you don't want to wait till you're hurting too much to take the pain medication. If you know you're one of those people that have a low threshold of pain, then you're going to want to take your pain medication continuously, and you're going to want to be proactive instead of waiting till you're hurting to take the pain meds. So the last thing you want to do is be hurting and then waiting for the pain meds to kick in. But let me know if you have any questions. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know if there's any other videos that you want me to make. I'm here to support you. I just want you all to be realistic about your procedures and be realistic about your recovery process, because a lot of people think that they're going to get on the table and bam, look like they do in the after pictures that everybody sees, but nobody really talks about the stuff that goes in between. And you really need kind of like a support system, because like I said, when you're going through this recovery process, your mind is going to play a lot of tricks on you. You're going to kind of like get worse before you get better. But I promise you, when you get to kind of like month 2 and month 3 or week 8, your body is going to start to settle, and you're going to kind of start seeing a little bit of those results and the stuff that you were expecting to see. But like I said, that week 2 and 3, you're going to swell up, and it's going to look like you're going to look worse than you did before you got on the table. So what you're going through and what you're feeling is perfectly normal. Don't think that you're botched. Just trust the process, and everything will be okay. And definitely reach out to dolls that have actually had surgery, because I'm gonna be real with you. There's a lot of dolls that I'm seeing commenting, and I'm wondering if they even got anything done. So, and that's not to knock the dolls that haven't gotten done, but I mean, this recovery process, if you've never been through it, is kind of daunting. And one doll's experience is different than the next doll. So you can't think that your experience is going to be everybody else's experience. So please kind of be sensitive to that and keep that in mind when you're communicating with dolls and when they're going through this process. And I just wish everybody a happy healing. I don't regret going through this process. Like, it was definitely life-changing. It has its highs and its lows, but it's definitely nothing that I expected. Like, my tummy tuck was a breeze compared to the lipo. Like, and you would think it would be the other way around, but I'm happy I got my procedure. I'm liking my results. I'm still in the healing process. I'll talk about that more in another video that I do, or that I'm planning to do. So I just wish everybody happy healing. Have a good Resurrection Sunday, and put in the comments any questions or comments that you may have, and wish everybody a happy healing, and mahalo.